morning, everyone. Welcome back to another vlog. Today is, I think, day one of my quarantine on board. I technically got in yesterday, but it was like 6 o'clock, so I'm not really sure. But regardless, today's my first full day of isolation on board Voyager of the Seas. This is my third contract on board, and I am so happy to be here. I just wanted to vlog and show you what quarantine looks like for me on board. You guys seem to really be interested in what's happening within this cabin and how I keep myself busy. Previously, I quarantined for 14 days on Adventure. I was the first comeback cast of the fleet to restart a ship, so I was the first ice cast back on any of the ships, and we had a 14-day quarantine, but that was back in April of 2021, so things have gotten better since then, and now if you are fully vaccinated, you only have to do 3 days quarantine. So I will be answering a bunch of questions today that you guys sent about my quarantine stay, but I do have to hop on a Zoom call with my cast right now. I'm not sure if we're gonna go over opening or if it'll just be like a check-in, how's everyone doing kind of thing. So gotta hop on now.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you to you too.
So it's different from ours. Yeah.
Thing as well. I mean, it is a lot of grace.
Bye, thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. See you later.
Good morning! Good morning!
I was up. I've been up since 7, since they knocked on the door.
Me too.
I couldn't fall back asleep.
I slept
It's
amazing
cold,
though.
right?
Yeah. We just finished our call. It's 10:25. The Wi-Fi is quite tragic, so I need to start working on some of the steps for opening. Julia is our installer. She actually installed my first show, which was on Allure back in 2019. So it's really nice that I get to work with her again. But she sent us all video clips of the steps, kind of like how I did on Adventure with my installer Neil. So we have all the steps and we have to learn them like on the floor and then send a little video. So I'm definitely going to be working on that today. But before I start that, I want to do my trainings for the day because I think there's a lot. Okay, not bad. I just have to do Save the Waves, but that is a very long training. So I'm going to get a move on that just to get that out of the way because the online trainings are never fun. Lunchtime. Ooh, I got kiwi. I freaking love kiwi. Okay, let's see what we got. So they gave me a little salad, 2 bread rolls, 2 kiwis, a little chocolate mousse dessert. For my like main lunch, it's like these little veggie wraps. It actually looks pretty good to me. Some potatoes, green beans, and carrots, but I'm like thoroughly impressed with the food so far. I feel so freaking spoiled here. My goodness, there's so many movies that we can watch on demand. We're gonna go with this one.
2, lunge 3, 4, head 6, half loop 7, 8, foot again 7, 8. Skate to another person.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Out 5, 6. Push back on your right foot
Oh,
again.
push
7,
back.
1, 2. Open 3, 4. Push on 2, 3, 4. Turn 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just finished. I did set like a workout just to see how much I moved around, and I've been working for like 2.5 hours on this, and I have burned 762 calories just from learning some of the steps. So far, I'm really loving the show. Like, opening already, I can tell is gonna be so much fun to perform. dinner just came. I'm very hungry. My stomach is actually, what's the word? Oh my god. When it's like, it's it's growling. That's the word I'm looking for. I have literally just been editing for the last like 2-ish hours, and I did not get very far in the movie. I started at lunch, so I'm gonna like pick it up where I left off.
Ryan Little.
Good morning, everyone. Today is day 2 of my quarantine on board. I have had a lovely morning so far. Just had some coffee, read a little bit. I actually did a workout, and now I need to start working on steps again. Yesterday we learned opening steps, and today we are learning the waltz steps. So I again have a folder full of videos I need to go through and learn the steps, record them, and send them to my installer. Other than that, on my agenda today, we've got trainings. Yippee, I have so many trainings to do. I'm not sure which ones are expiring or are valid, so I'm gonna try and check on that and just whip out the rest of my trainings today. And also we have a call with the cast at 1:30. I also did use my heatless curler again, like the little silk wrap thing, and every time I do it, I feel like my hair turns out better and better. So I am obsessed. Like, I literally just slept in it and my hair looks like I've curled it. So yeah, let's pull up those videos and get to it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Step 1, 2, 3. Mohawk backwards. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Back 3 turn. 4, 5, 6. Step forward for an assisted waltz jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your left arm behind. 1, 2, 5, 6. You're going to pull back on your left for a back rocker. 1, 2, 3. Rocker turn. 4, 5, 6. Left half axel. 1, 2, 3. Left arabesque. 4, 5, 6. Arms come forward. Left leg extends. Cross 3. Pull back. 4, 5, 6 on the right. Left outside 3. 1, 2, 3. 6. Open the arms. Resolve. 1, 2, 3.
That's it. I did all of my steps. Is that really necessary? What a pleasant sound while I'm doing my trainings, my goodness. This literally took me 3 hours. 3 hours later. Hello? Hi, how are you? Salmon is okay, yes. Yep. Yeah, thank you so much for checking. You too, bye. How nice is that? When I submitted my form, I made a note that I was really allergic to white fish, but salmon is fine for me, even though it's technically in the same family. They went out of their way to double check before they served me something that I couldn't eat. So I guess that means salmon's coming for dinner tonight. Dinner looks spectacular. Every single meal that I've gotten so far in quarantine has exceeded my expectations. Today they gave me salmon and it looks incredible. I want to go through some of the questions you sent me on Instagram. I didn't want to do a separate quarantine Q&A, but I did want to answer the questions that you guys were frequently asking. So, let me just pull them up. The question I received the most was, how long is my quarantine on board? So if you saw my previous video, I did 1 day of quarantine in the hotel, and now that I'm on board, I only have to do 3 days of quarantine as a fully vaccinated crew member. If you've been around since my last contract or you watched those videos, I did have a 14-day quarantine on that ship. Here now it's almost a year later and they have revised some of their policies. So yeah, now we have to only do 3 days, which is incredible. And actually I just found out that we are getting out tomorrow since sign-on day was technically day 1 for us. Are you only in this cabin during quarantine? Yes, I am. Tomorrow when I leave quarantine, I will be moving into my normal cabin that I will live in for the duration of the contract. A lot of people also were asking if my boyfriend made it on board yet. As of right now, he is not on board. He's actually on board Radiance of the Seas, but they are also in Cyprus. He is so close, yet so far. So he's on board there. He's doing the quarantine there, but we're still in the process of getting the transfer sorted out, and then hopefully he should be here in no time. Is Luba on this contract with you? Yes, Luba is on this contract with me. She was my roommate from last contract, if you didn't know. But yeah, she is here with me. How long is this contract? So this contract is 9 months, or just under 9 months. So yeah, more or less 9 months. Holy there are so many questions. Oh my god. How do you not feel stuck not being able to leave your room? Honestly, I actually enjoy quarantine. I've said this before, but for me, I'm chilling here. Like, this room is super nice. I have a balcony, and the food has been amazing, so I feel really content. But in my experience with all the quarantines that I have done, keeping yourself busy and giving yourself like little mini projects to do makes a world of a difference instead of like staring at a wall. So I just keep myself busy and the time goes by really fast. Do you get to request the kind of cabin you get for quarantine? We don't. They just provide it for us. So I got extremely lucky with this one, and I believe the rest of my cast is in the same setup as me. How different is the stateroom you're in compared to Adventure? It's definitely much bigger. I don't know if this is considered a suite or like a family kind of cabin, but it's definitely much bigger. The bed is bigger. There's a couch and 2 sofa chairs. There's kind of like 2 desk spaces. It's just longer and wider, and also there's a bathtub in the bathroom. Will you go back to a typical shared cabin after quarantine? Yes, I will. How is the food this time? Any different? Yeah, as I said, the food has been incredible. I am honestly shocked at how good it has been. I got salmon for dinner tonight, which is almost unheard of. So yeah, I've been really impressed with the food that they've been giving us, and I've definitely been getting enough food, so I feel full after each meal. How often do you talk to your castmates in quarantine? This quarantine is very short, but we have been doing cast Zoom calls every day just to check in. Granted, the Wi-Fi isn't the best. The cast calls don't last too long, but we do check in with one another. Do you get to choose your meals from a menu, or is it luck of the draw? So I got to place a Google Forms for my meal choices, and I did make a note that I was super allergic to fish. I mean, I did have salmon, but like white fish I'm really allergic to. So I put that, and you can put any other dietary restrictions, but they do have a pretty good selection of what you can choose. How do I feel about sailing 2 Voyager class ships in a row? Honestly, I'm fine with it. I'm excited. It's gonna be so easy to adjust. First of all, I haven't been away from ships that long, so I'm still like in the swing of it, but also I know exactly where I'm going, so it's gonna be really easy to fall back into a routine, and I won't really have to adjust so much. Okay, so there's a lot of questions regarding what's going on in the world with Ukraine and Russia, and if it will affect my itinerary for this contract, because I will be cruising around Scandinavia. As of right now, we do not have any more information about it, and I'm not just saying that because I have to like disclose it. I really don't know. I haven't been told anything. As of right now, everything is on track. What I predict is maybe they will take off St. Petersburg for one of the ports, but I'm really hoping that we do still have some kind of Europe itinerary. Maybe they'll relocate us somewhere. I don't know yet. A lot of you also wanted to know what I'm doing while I'm in quarantine. So the biggest thing that I have done the last 2 days was obviously the trainings online. There was probably like 26 trainings I had to do. Those took a lot of my time, and also I've been learning the steps on the floor. But yeah, I've been doing that. I've been editing. They have movies on the TV for us, like newer movies or older movies that we can watch for free, which is super nice. What is the difference between Voyager and Adventure? They are the same exact class ship. They're both Voyager class ships. Voyager is actually the first ship in its class, so it's technically the oldest, but it was just renovated. We just came out of a dry dock, and it also had a larger dry dock, I think, back in 2019. So it's definitely more renovated than Adventure was. I do predict that like the guest areas will be a little bit different, but I cannot wait to explore. Of course, I will film like a ship tour to show you, but yeah, that as far as logistics, that's really the only difference. Who from your past contract is on this one? So there are 5 of us here from Adventure, so it's myself, Gab, Alex, Pasha, and Luba. First impressions of Cyprus. I haven't seen much, but what I have seen, it looks really beautiful. I hope that we get the opportunity to explore Limassol at some point before we leave Cyprus, because this is not our home port. This is just where we are while we're like preparing to go back to service. Any word on whether they'll give you shore leave this time around? So far, nothing. They haven't told us no, but they haven't told us yes. They just haven't said anything. Why do you need to quarantine when you just had COVID in January? Half of my cast, like all of the 5 people that are here from Adventure, all had COVID back in January. But just protocols, when you sign on, you have to quarantine. Luckily, it is only 3 days, but yeah, it didn't really make a difference. And that's also why I had to get tested as well, because entry into Cyprus required you to have a negative COVID test, and same with London, so my recovery letter didn't suffice. Where is Voyager's home port for right now? So yeah, we're positioned in Cyprus, but this isn't our home port because this isn't where we're gonna sail out of first. Our first revenue cruise will be out of Barcelona, but just for that cruise, and then the rest of them are either out of Stockholm, Sweden, or Copenhagen, Denmark. But yeah, that is the gist of most of the questions. So if you have any questions I did not specifically answer, you can comment them below. But I hope that was clear and helpful and gave you the answers you were looking for. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end the vlog tonight so I can just prepare myself, and then tomorrow we will have another separate vlog once I get released from quarantine. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for 45,000 subscribers. We are so close to 50K. I have a good feeling that we will hit 100K this year. So if you're not already subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It'll help me get one step closer to my 100K goal. Many, many, many more ship vlogs to come. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.